Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing and review of the pop vinyl figure of Glaceon. And Glaceon is from Pokemon, and Pokemon being Pokemon, this is out of the Pop Games subline from Funko, and in terms of release number, Glaceon is 921. So Glaceon has just literally come out. Picked up Glaceon, at least at the point of recording this today. Well, yesterday, given that it's technically not the same day. So I thought I would just get on top of this, which is why I've been trying to push through some of the other Eeveelutions in quote-unquote last few days. So, front of the box for Glaceon, typical Funko pop vinyl layout, nothing unusual. And we do have Glaceon inside. So it looks like Glaceon's taken a page out of Leafeon's book. Be interesting to see how Glaceon goes. Can't seem to see a plastic stand, so Glaceon should be able to stand on their own 4 feet. Side of the box, another shot of Glaceon and what I suspect is the ice symbol. And then the other typical side of the box. Back of the box. So Glaceon was one of 3 in this release wave, the other 2 being Arcanine and Scorbunny. This is why I'm very particular with my Pokemon. Arcanine is cool and all, but yeah, I'll just stick with Glaceon. Haven't seen anything about Umbreon yet, so one day? Anyway, so that was the general view of the box for Glaceon. As I mentioned earlier, it's still your typical, usual Funko layout and design, obviously just with Glaceon imagery. Time to get Glaceon out, have a better look. And with Glaceon out of the packaging, here we have Glaceon, and before I get too carried away, we also have the backing symbol as well. I assume this is the correct orientation. Can never tell these days. On the presumption it's the correct one, literally based on what I've seen on the box. There's Glaceon in front of the ice symbol. Very nice. Yeah, I really want to actually actively use these, but I'd have to come up with a better way of displaying the Eeveelutions other than the Eeveelutions themselves. It's just a shame to waste these, especially since I don't mind having them out of the box, but there you go. That was the backing cardboard. Very nice that we get it. Okay, Glaceon. From, I'll call this the front. Glaceon from the side. Glaceon from the back, the other side, and back to the front. So Glaceon is pretty much a bit of a 3-tone blue, plus a bit of black. So we have this nice sky blue of sorts, this dark blue, and this very lighter blue, which almost borders on grey. From my 40k days, I would almost dare say it was a shadow grey. And boy, do I remember the days of shadow grey. Black for the eyes. Definitely overall very cool looking. Does remind me a little bit of Leafeon, just because of the ears, the tail, and just taking some of that interesting little design premise. But definitely very nice that Glaceon has adopted more of a standing pose, which, yes, Glaceon will stand. Now, my usual favourite test, what does the head do? So the head will definitely spin around, but because of these, I want to call them bangs, will not do a full 360, which, to be honest, isn't bad. Between pop vinyls, Transformers, Gunpla, even though I actually haven't done a lot of Gunpla reviews, the whole head 360 thing just feels really weird after a while. Maybe because it reminds me of The Exorcist. Was it Poltergeist? One of them. Maybe it was Halloween. Anyway, besides the point. yes, the head will move. So Glaceon in the more natural head positioning. Now, if I did Glaceon in a more forward positioning, it's actually not too bad. The back legs, I mean, they're a bit trivial in this sense, but the posing I don't think would necessarily be a bad thing. And if we did the reverse of the original pose, definitely not too bad if Glaceon is looking to Glaceon's left as opposed to Glaceon's right. So for those who like to have that little bit of variety, you will have some. And I will admit, for my range of Eeveelutions, I have gone as far as just altering head positionings. One, to accommodate with what space I have them on, and two, it is a nice little novelty. Whether it should be done or not is besides the point. So left, center, right, which is the original pose, which is very cool. But overall, Glaceon is definitely looking very nice, and proportionally looking pretty good. I will admit, all the releases after Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon, they all seem to have downsized their bodies, which quite possibly could be a thing because I think all of them have gone more of a, don't want to necessarily say feline type body, but the body shape seems to be going that direction. But anyway, proportional seems okay, minus the oversized head thing, but that's the whole Funko thing. At some point in time, especially now that Glaceon is here, I will probably do a combined short with all the Eeveelutions as it stands. Umbreon obviously being the one missing. I think that will be very cool to actually see them all together, given I haven't done a combined shot of them, at least probably not from the early ones. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. So, Glaceon, what are my general thoughts about you? As I typically say with every other pop vinyl, Glaceon, you're still a pop vinyl. So you've got the attributes of the whole Funko pop vinyl being applied to you, obviously the oversized head being one of them, and two, the more stylized approach. But with that being said, I think it's been done very nicely. The colors obviously very nice, everything is very typical Glaceon. So this would ultimately come down to, in terms of acquisition, either one, you're a die-hard Pokemon fan, which there will be plenty of. Two, you're a die-hard Glaceon fan, which I'm sure there are plenty of as well. Three, and this is probably my category, you're in it for the Eeveelutions. That's definitely me. I enjoy Pokemon, but as I've mentioned in many of these Pokemon videos, very specific with which Pokemon I run after. And obviously after doing a full set of Eeveelutions of pop vinyls, it's probably a good hint as to what I'm after. So I think if you're falling into one of those three categories, you'll probably get it. I'm pretty sure there's a generic Funko pop vinyl collector that just grabs everything for the sake of. Kudos to you. Otherwise, personal preference, obviously, if you're not a huge fan of Pokemon, then I can understand why you would give it a miss. But overall, I definitely quite like the look for Glaceon, and I'm looking forward to having Glaceon with the other Eeveelutions. I'll wrap up the unboxing and review there. I think I've probably gone a little bit longer than I expected. Glaceon will pretty much wrap up the pop vinyl Eeveelution side of things until Umbreon is released, but as I said, I will try and actually do a combined short with all the existing Eeveelutions together, because I think that will be super, super cool. I'm sure someone will beat me to the punch, but that's fine. I'm happy to do my own thing. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing and review of the pop vinyl figure of Glaceon. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account. Link to that is in the description below. It's also the same handle as the YouTube channel. if you didn't want to look for the link. With that being said, stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video, which probably will not be a Pop Final Eeveelution. See ya.